Welcome to Markets on Air. Kickoff, U.S. and EU talk free trade. U.S. President Barack Obama visited Berlin in June. One important topic under discussion was the proposed free trade agreement with the EU. Both sides have given the go-ahead for negotiations. The German government says the pact will strengthen the economy and boost labor markets on both sides of the Atlantic. German pharmaceuticals companies need a long time to develop new medications. And if the drugs are to be sold on the U.S. market, the firms need even more time and money to get the drugs licensed. Free trade barriers like these are now due to be scrapped. The annual volume of goods flowing between the U.S. and EU equals some 500 billion euros. That number is likely to increase once a free market is established. And there are other benefits as well. German industrial glassmaker Schott, for example, manufactures high-tech products in Pennsylvania. Both raw materials and finished products are shipped back and forth between Schott locations in Europe and the U.S., costing the company millions in customs duties and certification. A free trade pact would cut those costs and bring other advantages.
Schott has a very large innovation portfolio of different products. And so kind of that harmonization of IP, intellectual property protection, would be very beneficial, so we don't have to have duplication of effort when we come up with these different innovations in glass and glass ceramic and other materials.
The firm's German executives in the U.S. support the trade deal, which the EU expects to be reached by 2015 at the earliest.
Takeoff. A350 completes maiden voyage. Airbus spent 12 billion euros developing the new long-haul passenger jet, which is lighter and quieter than previous models. The first test flight from Toulouse, France lasted 4 hours, but it will take a while before the first passengers are invited on board. The first planes are scheduled for delivery early next year.
Wealth gap, regional disparities in Germany. Germany's central bank has calculated the average wealth per household in Germany at 195,000 euros, after debt is taken into account. But wealth levels in the states of Bavaria, Baden-Württemberg, and Hessen are double the national average, while levels in the eastern German states are especially low.
Lights out. Siemens shuts down solar unit. German industrial giant Siemens is getting out of the solar power business. The company announced its decision 6 months ago, but couldn't find a buyer for its solar unit. Germany's solar power industry remains an important factor in the country's economy.
19.2 billion euros. That's how much Germany's federal government will invest in roads and highways from 2013 to 2016. It amounts to nearly 5 billion each year. The Federation of German Industry says more is needed for maintenance and construction, and that good infrastructure is key to Germany's economic success.
Heavy lifting. German company world market leader. This is a slag pot carrier destined for a steel plant in China, where it will transport slag measuring 1400 degrees Celsius. The Kiro company in eastern Germany is the world market leader for special-purpose transporters. It exports 95% of them to countries in South America and Asia. Nearly all the components are made here. The company trains its own workers, and the boss knows every employee. The Leipzig production facility is located right next to an old textile factory no longer in use. For Kiro, the label Made in Germany means reliability.
In one case, a customer ordered a transporter from China that fell apart after lifting 2 pots. So they placed an order with us right away.
This time, customers are here from Belarus. A special-purpose vehicle costs up to 1 million euros. The company has sold more than a dozen of them so far this year.
Art Basel, lucrative market draws investors. Europe's most important trade fair for contemporary art is attracting more than just art lovers and collectors. This mobile by American artist Alexander Calder sold for 7.5 million euros. A total of 1.5 billion euros worth of artwork was on offer at this year's fair. That equals the annual budget of some entire countries.
There's a tremendous amount of excess capital in the market with the ultra-wealthy. Part of that has to do with the current laws that have been changing with regards to how one stores money offshore and in foreign accounts. That money is now coming back to the market, and it's going to have to go somewhere, whether it's equities, art, or other commodities such as gold, wine, jewelry, diamonds, cars.
There seems to be a buyer for just about everything at the moment. At 50,000 euros, these collages were a bargain this year. That was Markets on Air.